Girls,
Yes.
we'll take the third read on page 126. Third read of Mr. Gatsby, okay? With me. I'll share the PowerPoint.
Which page, miss?
126. The Great Gatsby. Did you like The Great Gatsby or not, girls?
Yes, it was nice.
What is the thing that you didn't like about The Great Gatsby?
Daisy.
Daisy, huh? One of the critics said, "Do not judge the story by its character because it's meant you hate Daisy, that you hate Daisy." The
No,
author,
miss, I didn't ending.
you didn't hate her?
No, I didn't like the ending when Gatsby died.
The ending when he died, huh?
Yeah.
What else, girls? What else didn't you like about the Great
Gatsby's
Gatsby?
character. He was so like pathetic.
Gatsby himself, pathetic, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't like Tom at all.
Tom, Daisy's husband. Oh. What else, girls?
Yeah.
What about the main theme, the material possessions?
It was
What
true.
about?
Didn't the author wanted to tell you that at that time they only cared about how much do you have? Tell me how much do you have? I tell you who are you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you really get the message or you not?
Yes, because
Yeah.
even in our Arab world, the same thing used to happen.
Yes. And when Nick said at the beginning that he was so interested to go and see Daisy and his cousin because she is married to a wealthy man, and he expected a specific life kind of lifestyle, but he was what? He was shocked by the fake life they are living, right?
Yes, he was disappointed.
Yeah. Okay. In the third read, girls, we are to compare. Okay, to compare between two excerpts. So on page 126, we will read Women and Economics. Women and Economics. Here is
Can
it,
I
women.
read?
Yes, read in the slide, please. Read from the slide.
Women and Economics. Study of the economic relation between men and women as a factor in social evolution is a book written by Charlotte Perkins Gilman and published in 1898. It is considered by many to be her single greatest work, and as with much of Gilman's writing, the book touched a few dominant themes: the transformation of marriage, the family and the home, with her central argument, the economic independence and specialization of women as essential to the improvement of marriage, motherhood, domestic industry, and racial improvement.
Because we said at that time women were only allowed to to stay home or work only works that the community allows them to have, like a housekeeper. That's it. They were not allowed to be financially independent. At the beginning, the father will support her financially. Then she moves from the father's authority to the husband's authority. At that time, they started to call or ask for what a woman have independency for her own. Okay, so this is a book, Women and Economics. It's written by Charlotte Perkins. Here is her picture, Charlotte Perkins Gilman, known also as Charlotte Perkins Stetson, her first married name. She was a prominent American humanist, called for the rights of human, novelist, writer of short stories. Okay, so Charlotte wrote this excerpt that we are going to read now, Women and Economics. Okay, Sarah, can you read, Sarah?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, read please on page 126, the excerpt Women and Economics, but read from the beginning, from third read, synthesizing texts.
Page 126, صح?
126, yes.
From where, miss?
From the beginning, today's
From the
readers.
beginning.
Today's readers easily judge Daisy for putting up with Tom's behavior, but women in the 1920s were just beginning to gain equal status to men.
Yes,
In
so
June
I
19...
will interrupt you there. So now, while we read the story of Great Gatsby, we blame Daisy. Why you stayed with Tom? He cheats on you. Okay, he doesn't support you. Why you stayed with him? Why didn't you leave him? Right or not? Did this question pop in your mind? Up in your mind?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, and we discussed it previous time. But now we say that she couldn't leave him because she couldn't financially support her life and her child's life. If she has a job for her own, she can get divorced because she can spend on her daughter. But at that time, she was in need for Tom to supply her life and financially and her daughter. Okay, continue, Sarah.
In June 1920, women were finally granted the right to vote. Before making a judgment about how Daisy should handle Tom's cheating, look at the situation from a historic point of view. Objective. Read the following excerpt from The Woman and the Economic System in 1898. As the women's suffrage movement began to gain momentum, consider why marriage was important to women at that time. Right to your thoughts in
So before we
margin.
read, girls, why marriage was important for women at that time?
Because they depended
For
on
financial
men.
support.
Yes, for financially support. Financial support, they cannot support their lives. They need a man to spend. Okay? Okay, thank you, Sarah. Mary Mohammed, can you read the excerpt itself, please? Maria?
Yes, teacher. It's
Read,
not
please,
on the
from...
PowerPoint.
Yes, it's in the book as we read, 1 to 6.
Okay, what page, teacher?
1 to 6. We were reading, yeah, Mariam. Where were you, dear?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay,
was
it's okay.
working on a project and I
1 to
got a little
6.
late.
1 to 6.
Yes. Read
Women?
the story?
Yes, excerpt
Yes.
itself. Yeah.
Women and Economics by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. To the young man confronting life, the world lies wide. Such powers as he has may use, must use. If he chooses wrong at first, he may choose again, and yet again. Not effective or successful in one channel, he may do better in another. The growing varied needs of call on him for a varied service in which he finds his growth. What he wants to be, he may strive to be, and what he wants to get, he may strive to get. Wealth, power, social distinction, fame, what he wants, he can try for.
Yes,
To
stop
the
here. Here, girls, what is she talking about? Who is she talking about? She's talking about what? Huh? To the young man. Man, a young man confronting life. The word lies wide. He has the whole word. Charlotte, again, Charlotte talks about the man, the male figure. Such powers as he has, he may use, must use. If he chooses wrong, if he has a bad choice, he can fix his choice. Okay? If he can may choose again, and yet again. Not effective or successful on one channel. It's okay. He may do better in another. No one will judge men at the time. The growing, varied needs of all mankind call on him for the varied services in which he finds his growth. What he wants to be, he may strive to be. What he wants to get, he may strive to get. Whatever a man wants to get, he gets. Wealth, power, social distinction, fame. What he wants, he can cry for it. He can go for it. He can try for it. So she writes this in order to show us that women, girls,
We're powerless.
yes, they were powerless. So the opposite for women. Continue, Mariam.
Teacher Judy have connection problems.
Has connect. Okay, okay.
yes, to
Tell her
the
to watch the video after we finish here. Yes, Mariam.
to the young woman confronting life, there is the same world beyond. There are the same human energies and the same human desires and ambition within. But all that she may wish to have, all that she may wish to do, must come through a single channel and a single choice. Wealth, power, social distinction, fame, not only these, but home and happiness, reputation, ease and pleasure, her bread and butter, all must come through All must come to her through a small gold ring. This is a heavy pressure.
Yes, but what for women? If she wants anything, what is the only way to get it?
Get married.
By a man.
Yes. How did you know?
She
What is
said that
written?
it's through a
Small
golden
gold.
ring.
Yes, through a golden ring. This is the only way that she can achieve anything. If she wants wealth, if she wants fame, if she wants power, if she also wants butter and bread, if she only wants to eat, her only way to eat is through her husband. This is the only way, a golden ring. Without a golden ring, you are useless. You cannot get anything. You cannot even get bread and butter. You understand Charlotte Perkins Gilman idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so before we move on, let's analyze some questions, the text-based discussion questions between the two now. Now we read the two. We want to understand the similar theme. What is the similar theme found in Great Gatsby and Women and Economics? What is the similar theme, girls? What is the main message?
That women cannot stay alone, they must be married to live.
Yes, in Great Gatsby, yes, Daisy couldn't get divorced of Tom because she needs him to supply her financially. And in Women and Economics,
That a woman
The same
gets
thing.
everything
The
by a
theme.
golden ring.
A woman is worthless without her husband.
yes, without a golden ring. So both say that the women choices are limited. Women choices are limited. Read it, Yalinda, please. PowerPoint slide.
There's a delay, sorry.
It didn't turn on with you? Huh?
No, still. بس الكويشن موجود, there is no answer. خلاص, let's choose someone else to read.
You cannot see all other girls cannot. Can't you see the
I
PowerPoint?
can
No,
see.
we
So read it,
can
Yehuda. Read it,
see.
please.
What is the similar theme found in The
In
Great
Great
Gatsby and
Gatsby.
Women and Economics?
Yeah.
One theme reflected in both texts is women's choices were limited by social constraints.
Yes. So the second question, how do these texts treat the similar theme, the first one and the second one? Yani how this idea that the women choices are limited was delivered for you. Let's take the first one, the Great Gatsby. How the idea of that women choices are limited was delivered to you. How did you get the theme of it? How did you understand it? Noor, can you answer? Noor?
Miss, I didn't understand the question.
Okay. Listen, look here, girls. Similar theme that women's choices were limited. Their choice were limited. How did you know in the Great Gatsby that women's choices were limited in the Great Gatsby?
Because she couldn't divorce him and she couldn't يعني.
Yes, because Daisy couldn't divorce her husband. Yes, and what? Although that he was what, Yanur?
He cheated on her.
Yes, why she couldn't leave him?
Because she couldn't support her daughter and herself financially.
Yes, so her choice was limited. Her choices were limited. Only one way to live. What was the only way?
That she should stay married to him.
Yes, in order to support her. But what about women in economics? What is in women in economics, the excerpt that we've just read?
Yes.
Nirvana?
Yes,
Nirvana?
teacher.
Yes, dear. What is in women in economic? How did you get the message that women choices are limited?
When she said that that everything she may wish to do lies in a golden ring, and she
Yes.
cannot depend on herself.
Yes. So, although women have the same desires as men, they also want power, they also want wealth, they want fame, but they cannot get them, right? They want to have chances, but they cannot get them. Are you with me, girls?
Yes,
Yes.
complete. We're
Yes.
hearing.
So yes, read in Nirvana the answer.
Okay. Um, it's delayed, teacher.
Also, who can see it, girls? Noor, can you see it?
I can see it again.
I can
Yahuda?
see it.
You
I
are
can
the
see
only one, Yahuda. Okay, Noor, read it.
Yes.
in the
Yes,
Great
Maya?
Gatsby. Okay, should I read?
Yes, Noor. Huh.
In The Great Gatsby, Daisy is trapped in an unfaithful marriage, but she makes no move to gain independence from the situation. Instead, she wishes for her daughter to be a beautiful little fool, which suggested Daisy believe her daughter should simply accept her fate and live in a kind of ignorance bliss, removed from difficult choices.
Yes. So, girls, do you remember when she was talking with Nick and she said, I wish my daughter stays pretty and full? And
Yeah.
that time we discussed why she wants her daughter to be full.
Yes.
So she cannot understand what happens around her. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yes. She cannot leave a cheating husband.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe now we judge her, but at that time, if she leaves him, from where she will feed herself and her husband, her daughter. Okay. In Women and Economics, hi, Noor, continue.
In Women and Economics, the choices available to men and women are contrasted. All that she may wish to do must come through a single channel, through a small gold ring. In this text, women have the same ambitions and desires as men, but are limited to gaining them through a husband. Thus, women's choices about their lives are narrowed down to whoever they marry.
Yes. From the authority of their fathers, they go to the authority of the husband. They have nothing else to do. Okay. Then we move to page 100. So we're done here, girls. We understand the two discussion questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go to focus on this synthesizing texts. Okay, on page 127. Okay. Nirvana, can you see now?
On the PowerPoint or
Nancy?
the book?
The same. The same. The book is like the same of the PowerPoint.
Okay, I'll read from the book.
Yes, okay.
Focus on synthesizing texts. In what ways were opportunities in confront life different for men and women at the turn of the 20th century, according to Charlotte Perkins Gilman? Fill in the following graphic organizer.
Here.
Confronting the life in
Yes.
1900.
Yes. She brought for us the confronting life in 1900. She brought for us the men, women, in the middle. Both of them desire for wealth, power, social distinction, and fame. Men and women, they both want the same. Desire for wealth, power, social distinction, and fame. How men can handle it and how women handle it. What happened with men and what happened with women? From the excerpt, go and find me the answers. Nancy. Nancy?
Yes.
Answer me the men, ya Nancy. What happened with men? From line 1 to 10. How they handle the desire for wealth, power, social distinction, and this.
From lines
from the
1
excerpt.
to 6?
From line 1 to 10. You will find the answer for men from line 1 to 10.
Okay, wait.
And Serene, are you here, Serene? Serene? Lين الحاج?
Teacher, can I read?
Yes.
Serene or Lين here?
Lean.
Lين, you will answer the women, ya Lين. Where is Serene, ya Lين?
No, I will go and see.
Okay, but see the women first and then go check.
Okay.
So Nancy, you find the answer for men? How they handle the desire for wealth, power, social distinction, and fame? It is
It's
stated.
line
6, when he wants to be, he may strive to be, and when he wants to get, he may strive to get.
Yes. And when in line 2, if he chooses wrong, huh?
Yeah, if he chooses wrong at first, he may choose again and yet again. So he has like many different chances.
Yes, he can have many channels to achieve what he wants, right? So this is what happens with men. In line 2, if he chooses wrong at first, he may choose again and yet again. Not effective or successful in one channel, he may do better in another. And in line 6, what he wants to be, he may strive to be. What he wants to get, he may strive to get. So this is what happens with men. Okay? He can work hard and succeed. What happens with women, Yelene?
Teacher, can I go to the bathroom?
Yes. Add?
Yes, miss.
Yes, go on. Lean, what happened with women?
Miss, wait, I'm thinking.
Okay. You will find it from line 10 till the end of the excerpt.
Yes, I'm reading it. They have heavy pressure.
Hmm?
Oh,
It is stated directly, dear.
Teacher, from line 10 till 15.
Yes. Read it. Tell me, what do you think of it? Hmm? How women handle this, dear? How women handled the desire for wealth, power, social distinction, and fame, Yelene? It is stated directly, dear.
Teacher Serene can't enter.
Okay. Lean, please answer me.
Teacher, can you let someone else answer?
What? You didn't understand it, or you were not here when we were analyzing the excerpt?
No, I understand it, but I don't know what's the answer.
Okay, can we search together?
Okay.
She may wish to have, from line 11, 12, 13, she may wish to do, must come through a single channel.
Yes, and a single choice.
Yes. So in order to achieve desire for wealth, power, social distinction, and fame, she should what?
Have
through
a single
what?
choice.
Yes, through one single choice. Her choices are limited. Only one channel. What was this channel? One channel, dear. We said it at the end of the excerpt, the last line.
What's the name of this channel?
What is the channel? In line 17. One small in her hand.
Ring.
Yes, so how she achieves everything she wants? Through what? Through what, Yadima?
A golden ring.
Through a golden ring, which refers to what, Yamaya? Golden ring is what?
Yes, miss.
Golden ring refers to what?
To the
golden ring.
marriage.
Who said marriage? Maya? Oh,
Yes.
okay. So read it, Maya. The women choices are?
Yeah. Miss, just it doesn't appear.
Didn't appear yet?
Yes.
Can you see? Who else can see the answer of women?
Me.
Yeah, read it, Yehuda. Read it. What happens with men and what happens with women? What happened at 1900? For men?
Men may choose wrong and try again, can decide to be something and change their mind, can choose to do what they enjoy doing, can work hard and succeed. Women are limited.
Yes, their choices are limited, yes.
Yeah. Through gaining wealth, happiness, and so forth, through their husband's choices and achievements.
Yes. Okay, that's it, girls. Okay. The last thing he asks you to, let's stay here. The last thing he asks you to what to write.
Can you go back to the slide?
Here?
Yes.
We are here.
Yeah, but because it doesn't appear for me.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. Like that.
Yeah, now, yeah.
Okay, finish, girls. Grade 12, 11.
Yes.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
totally get the Great Gatsby?
Yes.
Understand it
Yes.
all? Any questions about Great Gatsby, guys?
No.
Miss, this chapter will be with us in the final.
Not determined yet. We still don't know.
Miss, put this يعني chapter. It's
Our past
amazing.
tests.
You want the Great Gatsby. Did you watch
Yes.
the movie, girls, or you just the clips we watched
Should
together?
we have to watch it?
Miss, I
As you
will
want,
watch
but
it in the
Yes, I watched it
from
a
weekend.
long time ago.
hmm?
I will watch it in the weekend.
Okay, okay.
Teacher, is there another
Yes, Dima?
is there another test?
Test? No, the turn test.
Oh, only the midterm.
Yes, the term, yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So Miss, put
Okay.
this chapter in it. It's easy.
Oh, how much you gonna pay me?
قد ايه بدك يا مس؟
We'll see. Okay, so we're done with the Great Gatsby because we will start the new chapter today. Shall
Oh,
we
Miss,
move
let's
on?
watch the movie together.
We said we cannot watch it. We watched the movie clips from YouTube.
طب بس خلينا نبلش الحصة الجاي خلينا هلا هيك بريك.
But still we have 10 minutes.
Yeah, break.
No,
Break, please.
no break. No break.
Miss,
Let's
Miss,
discuss.
Miss, which selections will be in the finals?
Which
Sorry.
selection not determined yet. Not
Not
determined yet.
German. أيوة.
Who's talking?
Sarah.
Sarah? Okay, yeah, Sarah. So we go to chapter 7, guys. Anyway, we will take it today and next period, but let's start now. We still have time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll open my PowerPoint with you. Share the PowerPoint in a minute. Here is it. Girls, you still see the Great Gatsby or the other one?
We don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
Oh, no.
It refuses to share. See, you said no, teacher, we want a break. It refuses to share now. Wait a minute.
خيرة.
That's what you planned to. It doesn't want to share. It doesn't want to be shared.
خلاص, Miss, this
I
is a
will,
sign
no,
from
wait,
God.
I will turn it off and then reopen. It refuses to share. I have to restart it. What can you see now?
Nothing. Black.
Black?
Yes.
No, I can see it.
It's your desktop, teacher.
Can you see what?
Miss, I saw it.
Wait, teacher, best 1 minute. It takes time to appear.
Miss, now I see something black.
Black screen.
Teacher, you stopped sharing?
I'm trying to share the anything,
Yes,
but
when you shared, it appeared. Now, yeah.
now you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
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 Are you sure? What
Yes,
can you read?
Solitude of self.
Excellent. Solitude of self. Yes, this is the new excerpt for us, the chapter 7, Solitude of Self. The song Solitude of Love. Yeah. So solitude of self. We know. So let's just get to the academic vocabulary we take each chapter.
Teacher, I can't see the screen, only black.
You cannot see, girls,
Oh,
yet?
now I
I
did.
can't see
Okay.
it.
On page 134, girls, you will find the academic vocabulary as we are used to in this blue box. Okay? With me?
Yes.
Okay, we'll start with allusion. What is allusion? Allusion is a reference usually to literature or history. What does it mean? When I say about someone, as in the picture here in front of you, he is a real Romeo with the ladies. He's a real Romeo with the ladies. So what do we mean by referring to the word Romeo? What do we mean?
Romantic.
Like his
Gentleman.
Romeo refers to what? Or alludes?
a lover,
Gentleman.
يعني, okay, gentleman or a
lover.
lover. But where did the word Romeo came from?
From Shakespeare's
From Shakespeare,
Romeo
from
and
Romeo and
Juliet.
Juliet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I say about a person is a Romeo, I'm referring to what?
To Shakespeare's story.
Yes,
Romeo.
Romeo and Juliet. So what I did now is allusion. And allusion is what? It's a figure of speech that makes a reference to a literary work. People, places, events, literary work, directly or by implying the theme or implying them. Yani it can be stated directly or you understand it. It's up to you to make the connection. Again, when I say about someone is a real Romeo, I refer to Romeo and Juliet. This is allusion. Okay? Girls, you understand?
Yes.
Like here, you know, the horse of Troy? That when they surrounded the village and then they wanted to enter the village, so they told them that we have a horse for you, and the soldiers head inside the horse.
Yeah. I watched that movie.
Ah, you watched this. Okay. So illusion, a kind of illusion. If it doesn't stop raining, I'm going to build an ark. This is it. So he refers to what? It is written in the Iliad, girls. Iliad and Odyssey. It is the two epic poems. So it refers to what? The epic poem.
Yeah.
Another one, which is much easier. You know, Old MacDonald has a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister has so many pets. I'm going to call myself Old MacDonald. If you do not know the song of Old MacDonald has a farm, you will understand what he means to say?
No.
No. So an illusion is when I use a figure of speech that reminds me or takes me to another literary work or another place. So when I say that my sister has lots of pets, so I'm going to call myself Old MacDonald, it means that the song, I remind you of the song, Old MacDonald has a farm. You understand what is allusion?
Yes.
Here. Sally had a smile that revealed that of Mona Lisa. You should know the Mona Lisa painting in order to understand the smile of Sally. Okay? Girls
Yes.
with me?
Yes.
So, Aya Hisham?
Yeah.
Yes, read this, the Simpson allusion here.
An allusion is a reference to a person, place, thing, or idea of literary, historical, cultural, or political significance. It does not describe in detail the person or thing to which it refers. It is just a passing comment, and the writer expects the reader to have enough knowledge to spot the allusion and grasp the importance or meaning in a text. Allusions are unexplained references.
Yes, yes. There is no explanation for it. If I'm talking to you and I give you an illusion, I expect that you know what is the Mona Lisa. You know who is MacDonald, Old MacDonald. You know what is Romeo and Juliet. When I say to you, she looks like she is a Juliet, so you understand how pretty she is in this. Here, the second word is analogy. The second academic vocabulary for this chapter, which means that we will apply it in the excerpt. Analogy. What's analogy? Analogy is a comparison between one thing and another. a comparison between one thing and another, to explain or to clarify something. Okay? I compare between two things to explain a meaning. A sword to a warrior, a pen to a writer. So I want to show you the importance of the sword to a warrior, or the importance of pen to a writer. So I compare these together to show you that the importance of sword to a warrior is the same as importance for pen to a writer. Here. So are you to my thoughts as food to life? The importance of food to life is like the importance of you to my thoughts. So it's a metaphor, analogy, personification, or simile.
Analogy.
Simile.
Analogy.
Simile. We have as.
Analogy.
Analogy.
Isn't it an
Both.
analogy?
I want to.
Yes, we can have as analogy.
Think, girls.
Miss, can you repeat what you want?
Read it. It is in front of you, dear.
But here there's no no.
Metaphor.
I'll tell you one thing. First, it's analogy, girls. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. It's not analogy. It's analogy. I'm sorry. So analogy has يعني under it the simile and the metaphor.
Ah.
Okay, that's why you got confused. So analogy, and then we have the simile and the metaphor. They are part of the analogy.
So يعني miss, we can't say if it's analogy of or simile يعني because both they are both, right?
So it is what when I compare two things, in order here look here, I'm comparing sword to warrior or pen to a writer. Two things here and two things here.
So in order right?
Analogy, girls.
Yeah.
Let's see this here. Analogy versus metaphor.
Can I read?
Yes, read please.
Skilled writers use a variety of techniques that make their texts more interesting and appealing to their readers. This is especially true when it comes to fiction stories. You'd rarely see a narration without such techniques as analogies and metaphors.
Yes, so the figure of speech, girls, analogy, metaphors, simile, personification. You've taken metaphor, simile, and personification many times before. This is the first time you take the analogy. Okay, continue.
Usage. When you're using an analogy, you are comparing two completely different things to each other. Usage. When you're using a metaphor, you are writing a phrase or a word while actually referring to something else.
When you say her reddish face, her tomato face, it is a metaphor. Her tomato face, here, tomato face. When I say her face, tomato, simile. Her tomato face, so I'm comparing her face with tomato. So it is a metaphor without using as or like. Analogy, as we said here, is to compare two things that are not alike at any way. To show or the meaning, or modify the meaning, or explain the meaning. Okay? Look here, he wrote for you in your book here. Try here. Worrying is as effective. Worrying is as effective. So worrying is as effective. I compared worrying and effective. Yani worrying too effective is like to solve an algebraic equation by chewing bubble gum, thinking bubble gum. Can you solve an algebra equation by chewing bubble gum?
No.
Useless. Yani chewing bubble gum is useless for resolving algebra equation, right?
Yes.
This is the same as worrying. Okay? Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
They're
as
trying to.
effective as trying this. So worrying effective in life or not?
No.
If you
No.
have a problem, would you worry about it? It is like the same of chewing bubble gum in order to solve the algebra equation. He compared what? He compared chewing a bubble gum to algebra equation to worrying when you face difficulties in life.
Teacher, I'm sorry, but I think we should leave for the next period.
Time, okay. Go and see you after 4 minutes, girls. We'll continue the analogy. Okay?
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, girls.